Hey everybody, Lance from datatraders.com here. We're going to go over chapter 3 of Trading in the Zone. First, a few of the things that I highlighted. So, taking responsibility. Although the words taking responsibility sound simple, the concept's neither easy to grasp nor easy to put into practice in your trading. So, it should be simple. I'm just going to take responsibility for my trades and make sure that I'm doing things based on my trading plan. It's not necessarily easy to do, especially with, in chapter 2, we talked about not having set rules in place when you're trading, you get in and out at any time. And it's also hard to put into practice. The eliminating fear is half the equation. The other half is the need to develop restraint. Excellent traders have learned it's essential to have internal discipline or a mental mechanism to counteract the negative effects of euphoria or the overconfidence that comes from a string of winning trades. For a trader, winning is extremely dangerous if you haven't learned how to monitor and control yourself. It's a classic case of where you first start a new trade or even gambling and you make a few wins in a row. That's usually a bad idea and will hurt you in the long run because you get too overconfident and then you might just be over allocating your positions. So, which of the following two traders would you pick? First trader, simple, even mediocre trading technique, but possesses a mindset not only susceptible to subconsciously distorting market information, hesitating, rashly hoping, or jumping the gun. The second is a phenomenal analyst, but still operating out of the typical fears that make him susceptible, I can't say it, to the psychological maladies that the other trader is freed of. The right choice would be obvious. The first trader is going to achieve far better results with your money. I see a lot of people out there that are, I need to find the best trading system ever, and that's the only thing that's going to matter. And a lot of them don't necessarily do well because they get out of trades early, they keep the losses going bigger than they should. I don't necessarily do a lot of trades that are spending many hours of analysis to take them. I do my simple analysis and then I decide to take the trade, knowing exactly what my rules in place are. What if he's operating out of the belief that there's no possible way to avoid a loss? Because losing is a natural consequence of trading, no different from, say, a restaurant owner incurring the expense of having to buy food. Furthermore, suppose that he had completely accepted the risk, meaning he had considered and accounted for all of what would otherwise be unacceptable possibilities in the behavior, both financially and emotionally. With these beliefs and expectations, it's unlikely he'll experience a deterioration of his attitude and simply go on to the next trade. By the way, this is an example of an ideal set of trading beliefs and attitudes. So, you got to think of losses as part of your plan, just like if you're running a business. You're going to have losses, maybe food waste in a restaurant. You're going to have losses in a trading plan. It's just part of the business, and you just don't overthink it. Now, suppose he hadn't completely accepted the risk. What if his expectations didn't take into account any market behavior other than we wanted? So you might want something to happen, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen. That's life in the end. You need to be able to completely accept the risk you're taking before you take any trade. Even though most people consider themselves responsible adults, only the very best traders have reached a point where they can and do accept complete responsibility for the outcome of any particular trade. You take a trade with a defined profit and stop loss, and it stops out, and you have complete responsibility. It stopped out. I didn't know what was going to happen in the market because you never know what's going to happen in the market. It's based on probabilities, and then you just go to the next trade when you see the ideal setup. However, as soon as you put on a larger than usual position, you're in danger. The larger the position, the greater the financial impact with small fluctuations in price will have. One of the big things I see, people are having a relatively small account. I saw one the other day, he emailed me, like, what could I do with a $3,000 account for option selling? I said there's really not much you could do in the end because you're going to take a trade with, say, a 5 with spread. You could lose up to $500 in a max loss scenario, even though it's not part of my trading plan. Um, if you 3x stop, you might lose a few $100s on the trade. And off a $3,000 account, that's too big of a risk for one trade to work. Let's look at some of the summary. Importance of traders owning their results, wins and losses. Most traders struggle because they blame something else, the market, news, rather than accepting their own decisions, beliefs. It's a unique environment, remember, unlimited freedom, but forces individuals to confront their limitations. They carry mental baggage like fear, unrealistic expectations. I see this one a lot. Some members will, or potential members will come in, and how could I make, say, $10,000 a month? I said, what's your account size? They might say $30,000. That's unrealistic. You will not be able to do that sustainably, no matter what trading plan that you see. Um, they limit their ability to act objectively and consistently. True consistency begins when traders fully accept responsibility for their actions. Let go of blame, avoid decision making based on emotion, develop the mindset to stay disciplined and objective. All right, some discussion questions. I'm going to be talking about what I think about these, and on the Discord, write down your thoughts. Douglas says taking full responsibility is a cornerstone of successful trading. What does taking responsibility mean to you personally in your trading journey? So, taking full responsibility is knowing when I'm going to take a trade based on rules I have in place, knowing when I'm going to enter and exit with predefined profits or stop losses. I'm also perfectly okay when a stop loss happens, and I'm taking responsibility because we don't know what's going to happen with the market. 2, have you ever found yourself blaming the market or outside forces of a bad trade? When I first started trading a little bit, I thought, well, all these indicators are lining up. It should work the way that it should work, and it doesn't actually work that way. So I might look for other things that might be causing it. Now I just move on. How could taking responsibility have changed your perspective? So again, knowing that you don't know what's going to happen in the future and just being responsible, knowing that you're following your rules in place just like in a business, then that changes your perspective because when you lose, it's not your fault that it lost. It's just the probabilities just didn't work your side on that one particular trade. The book mentions trading gives unlimited freedom of choice. How could too much freedom make trading hard? So, too much freedom could actually be a problem because you don't have the rules in place and then you keep your trades that are not doing well and possibly get bigger losses. What mental baggage do you think affects your trading decisions the most? Um, how can we work on overcoming it? Mental baggage, I think being able to have like enough funds at times feels like I'm okay losing in a trade. I'm usually keeping my percents of loss, up to like 1% or so of the account. So when a loss happens, it really doesn't matter. But I guess sometimes the fear of loss could sneak in there, especially if it's a large account. How can we as a group hold each other accountable for the principle of taking full responsibility? This is one of the cornerstones for why I made my Discord is members could post their own trades, they could write down what they did with the trade and be accountable with it. I'm perfectly accountable saying when a trade doesn't work out, and I don't make a big fuss about it. Just today, I actually stopped out on a TGT credit spread and just moved on. That keeps myself accountable. So when other members do this as well, that keeps them accountable as well. And that was it for chapter 3. Again, write your thoughts on the Discord, and I'll write my inputs on it as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video.